Hi and welcome to our in-depth analysis of Shriram Pistons and Rings Limited, a leading player in the Indian auto ancillaries. Shriram Pistons and Rings Limited is a key player in India's automotive industry. The company has been a driving force in shaping the nation's automotive landscape, consistently delivering high-quality pistons and rings. In this video, we will delve into Shriram Pistons product segments, revenue segments, shareholding, management, cost structure, financials and management outlook for the future. Let's get started on the stock analysis of Shriram Pistons and Rings Limited. But before that, let me introduce ourselves. We are PA Wealth, an investment services group. We offer stocks PMS, mutual funds, alternative investment funds, insurance, and startup investments. Every week, we upload research videos on different companies, mutual funds, and financial topics. Stay ahead of the curve with the latest trends and insights by subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell icon to get notified about potential multi-bagger stocks. Let us provide a brief introduction to Shriram Pistons and Rings Limited. Shriram Pistons and Rings Limited primarily manufactures pistons, piston pins, piston rings, and engine valves for various automobile industries in both domestic and export markets. The company is India's largest maker and exporter of pistons, rings and engine valves to discerning customers such as Ford, Honda, Kia, Renault, and WABCO, and it holds the Government of India's Trading House accreditation. Let's take a look at the product portfolio of Shriram Pistons and Rings Limited. First, pistons. The company manufactures pistons for a variety of applications. Their pistons are made from high-quality aluminum alloys and are designed to provide optimum end durability. Second, rings. The company also manufactures rings. These rings are made from high-quality cast iron and are designed to provide a good seal between the piston and the cylinder wall. Third, engine valves. The company also manufactures engine valves, which are made from high-quality steel and designed to withstand the high temperatures and pressures found in modern engines. Now, let's discuss the revenue segments of Shriram Pistons and Rings Limited. The company exports 18.88% of its goods globally, while 81.12% of its products are sold in the domestic market. Now, let's take a look at the management of Shriram Pistons and Rings Limited. Mr. Krishnakumar Srinivasan is the Managing Director and CEO. He has served on the company's board since February 2020. He earned a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, a master's degree in business administration, and a postgraduate diploma in export management. He has vast and diversified experience managing leadership roles with companies both in India and overseas, especially in the automotive area. Mr. Love D. Shriram is the whole-time director. He has been on the board of the company since April 1, 2009 and is one of the promoters. He graduated in BCom from Delhi University. He is holding directorships in various other companies. Mr. Pradeep Dinodia is the chairman, non-executive non-independent director. Mr. Dinodia has been on the board of the company since May 2003. He graduated in economics with honors from St. Stephen's College, Delhi University and also obtained his law degree from Delhi University. He is a fellow member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and chairman and managing partner of the Delhi-based chartered accountancy firm. Ms. Meenakshi Das is non-executive director. Ms. Das has been on the board of the company since March 2009 and is one of the promoters. She obtained a degree in textile designing. She has vast experience in managing companies' affairs. Let's take a look at the shareholding of Shriram Pistons and Rings Limited. The promoters are the largest shareholders of Shriram Pistons with a holding of 46.75%. Foreign institutional investors hold 1.07% of the shares. Mutual funds hold 0.03% of the shares. The public holds 39.11% of the shares. Other institutions include several investors, such as banks and insurance companies. They hold 13.04% of the shares. Let's take a look at the cost structure of Shriram Pistons and Rings Limited. Raw material expenses are the largest component of Shriram Pistons' cost structure, accounting for 41.77% of the total costs in the financial year 2023. Employee cost accounts for 15.93% of total costs. Selling and administrative expenses account for 4.03% of total costs. Other manufacturing expenses account for 12.29% of total costs. Power and fuel costs account for 5.29% of total costs. Other expenses accounts for 2.74% of the cost. Now, let's focus on the financials of Shriram Pistons and Rings Limited. The table shows that the company's net sales have grown steadily over the past 10 years, from 1169.71 crores in the financial year 2014 to 2609.33 in the financial year 2023 at a CAGR of 8.35%. The company's profit after tax has also grown steadily, from 69.67 crores in the financial year 2014 to 293.88 crores in the financial year 2023. At last, the company's return on equity has increased from 12.44% in the financial year 2014 to 19.24% in the financial year 2023. Let's now turn to the management commentaries to get a better understanding of the company's performance. The company acquired a majority stake of 51% in EMF Innovations Private Limited, an EE mobility company, to support its growth strategy as well as reduce business risks. The company also agreed to acquire a majority stake of 75% in Takahata Precision India Private Limited, a manufacturer of plastic injection molding parts. The company intends to grow by expanding its market share among major OEMs as well as concentrating on the aftermarket in both domestic and overseas markets. The company is focusing on forward-thinking technologies such as ethanol blending products, hydrogen fuel solutions, and also non-ICE segments. The company focuses on cost reduction through the implementation of affordable automation, digitization, machine interlinking, energy conservation, as well as product productivity development, all of which help the company remain cost competitive. The company experienced a 26% growth in revenue from operations, increasing from 2,064.7 crore rupees in FY22 to 2,609 crore rupees. FY23. Further, the total income rose by 27% from 2,093.9 crore rupees in FY22 to 2,651.3 crore rupees in FY23. That's all for today. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more research-based financial content and click the bell icon for potential multi-bagger stocks. In the comments below, let us know what topics you'd like us to cover in future videos. Thanks for watching.